It's fine.
All right, let's roll sound. It's good. Camera.
I'm in the right spot.
Camera's rolling.
I think so. Yeah. Is that Olivia okay?
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Camera's rolling. 7, Roger. Take 1. Mark.
Action. No Sunlight centers on Katherine Bateman, a stand-up comic, an actress on a late-night comedy show called Bad TV, where tastelessness reigns. She goes to a bar where a not-too-bright police officer mistakes her for a Christian who preaches outside of bars. He arrests her based on a brand new proposition, which Katherine voted for, that makes sharing the gospel illegal. And shortly thereafter, the penalty for sharing the gospel becomes death.
My character gets caught up in the middle of it. She's actually innocent, but she gets caught and thrown in jail. And she gets to watch all of these people come and go. I felt like it was a really unique idea, that the concept was something that hadn't been done before, and so that intrigued me.
I chose, for the most part, to stay inside the jail cell with Katherine because the story is told through her eyes. The viewer lives through her. You are there every step of the way, and it is a wild ride.
It's got your drama, your comedy, your touching moments, and I love that, even in the deepest part of the scenes, you'll still find the light moments in life, which we do. Even in the darkest of tragedies, we still always find the light moments, and that's what I really loved about this script, is that it, even though it's comedy, but there was a lot of realness to it.
The cast and crew. We've had so much fun shooting this film together. Not to mention, the cast is so talented, so workable, so into their characters, so committed, really talented people. And the crew, we have had a blast.
I think that being a part of the No Sunlight cast has just been a really rewarding and very fun experience. We've had a lot of laughs, there's been a lot of cast camaraderie, and we couldn't have asked for a greater director, Sandy, and producer, Lisa, who've done such a wonderful job of putting this production together, and I just really hope everyone gets a chance to see it.
Being able to be a part of this film is so wonderful for me personally. The film and the script spoke to me on so many different levels, and I think it will speak to a bunch of people. But at the end of the day, our faith and our relationship with God is a very personal thing. It's up to us. The person next to me can want what's best for me, but it's up to us to travel that road, not alone, with God, but it's up to us to travel that road and figure out and determine exactly how we are going to behave and what type of relationship we are going to have with God. And this is precisely what Katherine does. And she has to determine whether or not she is going to follow and believe in him. And I think at one time or another, a lot of us have felt that loneliness, that solitude, that where are you, God? And to see the process really hit home for me and really caused me to stop and take pause and think about my relationship with him.
Poor girl ends up in a bad place. You have to check it out.
I just love the concept of Christians being in prison for their belief, because I think honestly it's something that could actually happen, and it's so compelling that those who will stand up for their beliefs are willing to die for it. And I think that no matter what the value is, if you're willing to stand up and die for your belief, that you have something that is really core and central to who you are. And that's how I feel about Christianity, and that's why I wanted to do this film.
This is a very chilling example of how rights can be slowly stripped away without necessarily anybody even taking notice.
I find that so many Christian or faith-based movies are preaching to the choir. You know, the filmmakers set out to make these movies that can change lives and change the world and have people come to know God, but the only people that actually go see these movies are Christians. And when I read this script for No Sunlight, it just felt like, oh, I could take an atheist to this movie or somebody that's grown up in the church since they were 5, and they would both get something out of it. Yes,
You know, there's been a lot more, for lack of a better term, faith-based oriented films, and I think that there's an appetite for something that you can bring your family to that, you know, has a positive message.
She's out cold.
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Olivia doesn't drink caffeine. I had asked her, so where are you going to get your energy for our 12-hour days? And she said, I take naps. I wasn't sure exactly how that would work. She is the lead. She is constantly required on set, but every day at some point when we're either adjusting a light or having a break, she naps. It was amazing. There would be different things going on, not necessarily vacuuming being done, vacuuming up the hay for the manger scene or whatnot.
So this is going up to your, or close to your face. So
There Olivia would be, just napping away. And again, when she needed to be on set, she was on and ready to go.
I worked with Sandy, the director, before on her last movie, Leaving Limbo, and had a great experience. So when she sent me this script, it was kind of a done deal.
No Sunlight was first produced as a stage play in 2003. Audiences used one word repeatedly to describe it, and that was timely. Fast forward 10 years, I'm itching to write another screenplay, and I prayed about whether to write something from scratch or adapt a play. And some of the plays I considered felt a little dated, whereas No Sunlight, as timely as it was in 2003, was even more timely in 2013, and then even more so the following year when we shot it. At lunch, the conversations included the news story of Miriam Ibrahim, who was imprisoned for refusing to renounce her Christian faith in Sudan. She was very pregnant and had a 20-month-old with her, and she was sentenced to be hanged. 1 week after we wrapped production, she gave birth in shackles, and she named her baby Maya. Maya is the name of the Christian in our film who is willing to lay down her life for her Lord. It gave me chills when I read that. It gives me chills just talking about it.
They're out to put something out that's going to touch people's hearts, possibly change their lives.
I won't tell you how the movie ends because you have to see it, but I will share, for those who may not know, by the grace of God, Miriam Ibrahim was released from prison, and last I heard, she is an advocate for victims of Christian persecution. God is good.
Later on. Okay, well, so, good then?
I think we're good, right, Jonathan? You're happy with that?
I think we're good. We got this thing covered.
Great.
Sweet.
All right,
Okay.
everybody, that's a
Everybody,
wrap.
thank you.
Wrap on day one. Thank you for a good day, everybody.
Awesome day, awesome day.